The Maya, the Egyptians, the Sumerians, civilizations separated by thousands of miles and centuries of time. They never met, never shared knowledge, never communicated, yet they all carved the same warning about our time. 2026 marks a cycle they feared, a transition they saw coming. And everything happening right now proves they might have been right. By the end of this video, you'll see 2026 very differently. Let's start with the most famous prophecy that everyone got wrong. December 21st, 2012. The world didn't end. The Maya never said it would. But here's what they actually predicted, and what modern researchers missed. The Mayan long count calendar doesn't mark an ending in 2012. It marks the beginning of a transition period, a 13-year window of change, from 2012 to 2025. The Maya called it the world of the fifth sun, a time when humanity would either evolve or repeat the mistakes that destroyed previous civilizations. Their astronomers tracked Venus cycles spanning thousands of years. They calculated solar patterns with precision we can barely match today, and every calculation pointed to one thing. The years 2025 and 2026 would mark the completion of multiple cosmic cycles happening simultaneously. The Tzolk'in sacred calendar, the half-solar calendar, the Venus cycle, the long count, all converging, all pointing to right now, the end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026. But the Maya weren't alone in seeing this. 3,000 miles away and 1,000 years earlier, Egyptian astronomers were watching the same sky, the Great Pyramid of Giza. We're told it's a tomb, but its precision suggests something more. The pyramid's southern shaft points directly to Orion's belt. The northern shaft, aligned to the North Star. But here's what mainstream archaeology won't tell you. In 2026, a rare astronomical alignment occurs. The star Sirius, which the Egyptians called the Nile star, enters a conjunction cycle that happens once every 1,460 years. The Egyptians built their entire civilization around Sirius. Their calendar began when it rose with the sun. Their pyramids aligned to its position. They called this cycle the Sothic period, and according to their calculations, we are entering the next one now, right at the threshold of 2026. The Egyptian Book of the Dead describes this time as a period of transformation, when the old world makes way for the new. Sound familiar? Different civilization, different continent, same message, same timing. But there's an even older culture that saw this coming. The Sumerians, the world's first known civilization, writing their warnings in clay tablets 5,000 years ago. They documented something they called the Anunnaki cycle, a 3,600-year pattern that brought massive change to Earth. Now, whether you believe the Anunnaki were gods, advanced beings, or metaphors for cosmic events, the cycle itself is documented. The last complete cycle? Around 1600 BC, the Bronze Age collapse. Multiple civilizations fell simultaneously. Climate catastrophe, societal breakdown, a dark age that lasted centuries. Before that, the end of the Akkadian Empire. Sudden climate shift, civilization collapse. The pattern repeats every 3,600 years. And if you do the math, we're not just at the end of a cycle. We're at the convergence point of multiple ancient cycles. Mayan, Egyptian, Sumerian, all pointing to the same window. 2025 to 2026, the transition we're living through right now. But here's where it gets really interesting. Modern science is proving they were right. 2025 was the peak of solar cycle 25. NASA confirmed this. We've seen it play out this year. The sun's magnetic field flipped. Solar storms intensified. Communication disruptions. Power grid vulnerabilities exposed. Ancient civilizations tracked these solar cycles obsessively. They knew when they peaked. They knew what happened during maximum solar activity. And now we're seeing it in real time. But there's more. Earth's magnetic poles are shifting faster than any time in recorded history. The North Magnetic Pole is racing towards Siberia at 34 miles per year. Scientists call it a precursor to a magnetic pole reversal, something that happens every few 100,000 years. The last complete one? Around 780,000 years ago. But geological records show smaller flips and excursions happening more frequently. And every time they occur, civilizations fall. The end of the Ice Age, the Younger Dryas period, mass extinctions, rapid climate change. Ancient peoples survived these transitions. They encoded the warnings in their calendars, their myths, their monuments. And here's the strangest part. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, Angkor Wat in Cambodia, Nazca Lines in Peru, Stonehenge in England, all built to track the same celestial events, all aligned to the same astronomical markers, all pointing to cyclic catastrophes. They weren't predicting the end of the world. They were warning us about transition periods, times when everything changes, just like now, the end of 2025, the beginning of 2026. So what does this mean for 2026? The ancient civilizations weren't doom prophets, they were pattern observers. They survived cataclysms before and encoded the knowledge so future generations could prepare. Whether it's the solar activity we experienced in 2025, the ongoing magnetic shifts affecting our climate, or simply the natural cycle of human civilization reaching a breaking point. The ancients saw these patterns repeat, and they knew humanity could survive if we paid attention. 2026 won't be the end, but it marks the completion of the transition they warned about, a shift in consciousness, a technological evolution, a recognition that ancient peoples knew more than we credit them for. The Maya survived their transitions. The Egyptians rebuilt after catastrophe. The Sumerians passed their knowledge forward. We're doing it now. We're living through what they predicted, but only if we stop dismissing their warnings as primitive superstition. Whether these ancient warnings are coincidence or calculation, one thing is clear. 2026 will be the year of answers. I'm dedicating this entire channel to uncovering what they knew. Starting in January 2026, I'm diving deep into archaeological cover-ups, forbidden artifacts, ancient technology, the mysteries hidden from mainstream. If you want to learn about what ancient civilizations tried to tell us, subscribe now. Hit that notification bell, because 2026 is going to be different. Drop a comment below. Do you think ancient civilizations could predict the future? Or is this all just pattern recognition? I read every single comment. The best theory gets pinned. Thanks for watching. See you in 2026.